What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to the Shelby GT500. Brand new car added to Forza Horizon 4, and today I'm going to be testing it out, driving it, sliding it, doing whatever it is that I'm going to end up doing with this car. But this is what you guys are going to be watching in today's video. I think I'm still sim steering from the last video that I've done, obviously when I was drifting. I am still on sim steering because I saw it just flick back and forth. I haven't actually driven this thing yet, I literally just got it. It is so sick, and I love that the Shelby GT500 is the older Mustang, if that makes sense. Like, it's not the facelift Mustang, it's this one. And I love that because I prefer the look of this one to the newer one. But yeah, it's... even though it's a 2020 car, that's what I'm trying to say. The Shelby GT5, it looks absolutely sick. Okay, yeah, first of all, let me show you guys how to get this thing, if you guys want to know. So there is this place on the map. It's a brand new event right here. Seasonal Championship. Go ahead and complete it. You can either go to this spot on the map in Edinburgh, or if you go to the festival playlist and you just scroll across, you'll be able to see it. It just says flex your muscles. That's the event that you have to do. And that's pretty much it. That's how you get the Shelby GT500, the brand new car, added into the game. Apparently I have to take a photo of my new car. And it's not complete, even though I did take a picture of it, which doesn't make sense. Wait, did I take a picture of it? I don't think I did. Wait, one second. Let's just do that really quick. I did take a picture of it, but I already have a thumbnail for it. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and try to see how fast this thing is. So, first of all, this thing is completely stock right now. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and modify it and change it and do stuff to it. But I think completely stock, it has about... I think it has 700 horsepower. Or 760 horsepower, actually, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look at it exactly, see what the stats are. 760 horsepower, that's right. It is very heavy, 1.9 tons almost. But yeah, it's a supercharged 5.1 liter engine, and it's pretty fast. It's a fast car. What's top speed of this thing? It says 204 miles per hour. I think we can do that pretty easily with this thing. I'll take it over to the highway. It's also made so it handles quite well, supposedly. We'll see about that. But the most important thing, this is an American car, so I don't really want to take this thing out around any corners, because I mean, it actually isn't that bad. Again, all the power is going to the rear wheels as well. Plus, it's quite heavy. And I was saying, like, because it's an American car, I don't really expect this thing to be absolutely crazy around any sort of corners. I can't be more specific with that one. I don't want to take in muscle car around corners. There we go. Does that make more sense? Alright, anyway. Can I... brakes are quite good. Can I go ahead and slide this thing? I feel like it should be kind of easy. 760 horsepower, all going to the rear wheels. As heavy as it is, I feel like I should be able to... yeah, I can. I'm gonna say, most likely, we have drift suspension available. So maybe at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and turn this thing into a drift car. But for right now, I just want to see top speed-wise what this thing is like. Okay, we'll do acceleration as well. Again, it is... sounds quite good too. Then the interior, of course, is just classic Mustang. But you do have the Shelby performance thing there in the center. The snake. Anyway. Looks-wise, I absolutely love the way this thing looks. I think this looks so much better than like a Hellcat or a Demon or whatever. I think that the Hellcat or Demon is literally just a fancy... like, it's just technically looks the same as a normal, like, Challenger. With some extra little bits and pieces on the bumpers and a wider like scoop on the bonnet, and that's pretty much it. This is... there's so many different things. The wing on the back, the rear diffuser, the side skirts, the bonnet, the front bumper, the wider stance of it. It's still... I feel like it's a little better looking than a Challenger. I feel like the Challenger is just a little bit more boring. But yeah, this is what this thing looks like. Even though I still like the Challenger, don't get me wrong. I still like the Hemi and all that. Oh, he's... I think he's trying to race me. I don't really want to race you, but okay. We'll do a gentle launch. Yeah, 760 horsepower. Yeah, it sounds good in the tunnel. I don't know if the sound is any different to the other Mustangs that were in the game. 200 miles an hour to reach. It actually doesn't handle too bad either. Oh, this thing gets to 200 very easy. I am going downhill now, but there's 200. It's 204. Claim speed 205. 206. It clipped onto 207 there for a second. And now it's slowing down. So yeah, around 204 miles per hour. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think we can get this thing to be a lot faster though than what it is now. And especially a lot lighter. So that's kind of what I want to do. Right, let's hop over to the festival and do stuff to it. Alright, let's see. Is there anything crazy that we can do to this thing? Engine swap. We can engine swap. I'm not going to do it though. We can put a Viper engine if we really wanted to. I'm going to keep this as a rear wheel drive. Should I keep it as a rear wheel drive or all wheel drive? I mean, it's going to be way too heavy. I think we can get those rear tires to be really, really wide. Okay, wow. If we twin turbo this, our power goes up to 935 horsepower. And our torque also goes up. Our weight goes up just ever so slightly, but obviously I'm going to put weight reduction on it. Or I'm going to do the whole weight reduction. I'm not going to put weight reduction on it, but yeah. Okay. I just want to see with the standard supercharger what sort of power we can squeeze out of this thing. Let's have a look here. Standard supercharger upgrade. And pretty much everything else maxed out. There's supercharger. 1,149 horsepower. So what is this now? 1,176 makes 1,235 newton meters of torque. That is mad. And it's still obviously quite heavy. Let's pretty much upgrade everything else while we're at it now. So we have our race suspension we can put on. We also have our drift suspension. Again, I'm going to put this on once we go over to Forza and closer to the end of the video. Pretty much put race everything on this thing. The weight reduction brings us down by about 400, just a little less than 400 kilos. Which is pretty mad. I think with everything else that we're going to upgrade here, the race transmission and all that sort of stuff. Probably even some lighter wheels, maybe. I don't know. 1,467 kilos? That's not too bad. We're already on race tires, so I'm not going to really change anything there. As for tire width, I'll go as wide as possible because I feel like this thing needs it, especially since I'm keeping it as a rear-wheel drive. As my track width, for just driving in a straight line, I'm just going to bring it out to the first stage here. For the front and the rear. I think it should be kind of decent. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to change the wheels. I kind of like the wheels that are on it now, but I feel like there are some better wheels that we can slap on this thing. Alright, I'm changing the wheels. I know it adds a slightly more weight, just an extra 5 kilos, but I'm going to put these on because I love these AW1 wheels, and I think they'll suit this thing quite a bit. I don't want to change the size either. Oh my god, we can go 21s. Yeah, I don't want to change the size, but I will change the color of them in a minute. As for anything else on this thing, I don't really want to adjust, or not adjust, I don't really want to put anything here on that. Okay, cool. So we have that. I'm going to go ahead and just twin turbo this thing, which brings the power down by 1 horsepower. But my torque increases, my weight slightly goes up though. But look at that graph, it's obviously not as linear as it is with the supercharger, but my horsepower goes down by 1. And that is, oh sorry, it goes up by 1. But that is only with the stock turbos. So if I go ahead and buy this, and then I go over to the turbos here. Really? Wait, what? That is the first time I think I've seen this, where I go and I upgrade my turbochargers, but I can't actually access them to change them. That is really strange. That's very, very strange. I've never seen that on a car before on this. Again, if I go stock, this thing just has the supercharger here. If I go to the turbos, I can't actually access my turbos here. That's so weird. Even the intercooler is still the same as the supercharger one. Okay, fair enough. I'll leave it like that. 1,177 horsepower, 1,241 newton meters of torque. Of course, that torque curve is a little bit different to the supercharger one, and then obviously the car is slightly heavier. But I do have more torque, slightly, than the supercharger. But again, I think the supercharger would probably make this thing feel like a better car to drive. I don't really know. I don't really know what to expect from it. It does have 7 gears as well. My top speed now is much more than what it was before. 240 miles per hour. Everything else, I'm just going to leave the way it is. I don't really want to touch this thing at all. at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and change this thing to be full drift spec in a minute. Okay. I was expecting this thing to just slip very easy. I want to see that turbo like. Okay, keep it a fourth. Ready? Floor it. Oh. I know my gears are kind of... Actually, my gears aren't even long, but... Let's have a look at that. You can kind of see the way my speed picks up. What are those dials? I don't know what's happening there. Is that supposed to be like that or is it glitched? Well, let's put it this way. It's a lot faster than it was before. Oh my god. It is so much faster. These brakes are mad as well on this thing. It grips so well. I crashed. But that was close. I almost slowed down. This is so much faster than before. I think once I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing out for drifting, I will go ahead and put the supercharger back on it. I feel like the power is gonna be a little bit more linear and a little better. Oh my god! Even though I'm on race tires and they're wide, I still can't be affording to like go that speed around corners with this thing. Ugh. Okay. It's a sketchy car. It's fast. It's really fast. Hits 200 per... Oh god, my front end lifted! Okay. I'm jumping this. Slowly, but I am jumping it. I don't even care. Okay. Let's see what sort of speed can we pick up in this thing. Still having it rear wheel drive as well, it just makes it makes it a little bit more sketchy to drive. But it's kind of good at high speeds as well, though. I do like it. Really, Subaru? You going from the right lane to the off-ramp? Typical. 242. Yeah, slightly downhill. But look at the grip I have. It's really good. I like driving this thing. Honestly, I do. I need to change those wheel color. I need to put that. I might have to put them to black. Black or silver. I think black would look nice because everything else on the car, accent-wise, it's all just carbon black. Yeah, I like it. It's a cool car. It's definitely a nice little addition into the game. Alright, let's take this thing out drifting. That's enough of this. You know, enough of this tomfoolery. Okay, now that I've done all the drift suspension and all that, you can see that my front wheels are a little bit more cambered than usual. Yeah, let's have a look at some color combos that we have available for this thing. Which, they are all very, very nice. The blue also is the best in my opinion, but not this navy blue. This one here, I think, is a much better look for this car. I feel like the black accents just stick out more. You know? I kind of like this one a little bit more. Or even this one. Oh, this red as well looks so good. They're all like... They all have something good about them. Like the silver as well. Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, they all have something good on them. But I kind of prefer this one. As for the bonnet, I'm going to leave the way it is. Wait, you can change different parts of this? Ooh. And if I go to paint group 2... Oh, that's actually so sick. I'm gonna leave that, all of that, whatever it is, the way it is, there. And I'm just gonna change the color of my wheels to a nice glossy black, just so it matches the rest of the stuff. But yeah, blue and black on this thing. looks kind of decent. I'm going to keep it the way it is. Right, I need to drive this thing. Oh, I want to go out and actually drive it. I haven't done anything else to the tune of it. Again, like I just added the drift suspension right now. I'm going to go ahead and lock the diff real quick like this. And, yeah, do I want to do anything else to it? At the moment, I don't think I do. I want to see what this thing drives like, first of all, and then I'll adjust everything a little bit afterwards. I'm going to mess with my tone camber definitely afterwards and see what it's like. I left it as a rear-wheel drive as well. Let's just see what the gear ratios are like as well. Still on the same tires. Not sure if I like the gear ratios. Fourth gear just seems kind of long. I don't know what's happening with my connection, but that's okay. It's really smooth. For a car that doesn't even have a tune on it, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I mean third would be the gear that I'm going to use for this. I don't know about coming downhill though. I don't know how that's gonna work for me. We'll see. Okay, never mind. Once I'm up to speed, fourth gear is kind of okay. I think coming downhill will be easier for the car. Yeah, I think I'll mess with my gear ratios as well slightly. Not a big fan of those. Drift suspension definitely saves the car. Like, I want to take a car out for drifting and stuff like that, and if it's just bad, completely stock, I mean, like, drift suspension just saves it. Just having that extra bit of angle. Again, I'm not really drifting for points or anything on these runs. I'm just drifting to see if I like the car and how it handles and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the gear ratios here. Overall, the setup isn't too bad. I feel like sometimes my rear wheels just have a little bit too much grip. I am on race tires, obviously, and I did make them a little wider because when I was driving on the highway and stuff like that, I just kind of wanted some grip. So I'll mess around with my tire pressure as well as my camber and toe for all the wheels, and we'll see. We'll see where I end up from there, as well as my gear ratios. So I need to mess around with these a little bit. Right, it should be a little bit different now. Actually, it should be a lot different now. Okay, cool. I still want to activate my points though. Come on. Change my gear ratio slightly. I kind of like it. It's a little better. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my god, holding these long slides is actually very good. I don't have the drag tires on this thing to be able to hold even crazier slides, but it's not bad. I like that torque as well, especially with the supercharger. I think it helps a lot. Especially fourth gear. Like I said, I've changed my gear ratios a little bit to accommodate that fourth gear. Because this thing has 7 gears, it's just a little bit odd. But I still wanted a third gear to be useful for some of these tighter corners. So I only changed the final drive slightly. So you can definitely tell that third gear is shorter here because I'm just banging it out all the time. And the fourth is just a little bit more usable. I can actually accelerate in it and you can see it revving out to redline. It's actually quite hard to spin this thing out. I've genuinely tried it. Coming down the hill here, I've genuinely tried spinning this thing out and it's kind of hard to do. It's a very smooth sliding car. I really like it. It is genuinely a good car. Well, I definitely recommend you guys try this thing out. Let me know what you guys think of it. Simple drift tune on it, nothing too crazy. I'll definitely be comparing this thing to other cars. Is Forza Horizon 4 the game that has the most amount of Ford Mustangs in the game? Like, just in general. I think it may be. There's so many of them. If you think about it. That's not the right thing. There are so many of them. I go into Ford. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. What else do we have here? 8, 9. Oh my god, there's actually so many of them. That's insane. 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my god. Wait. There's 13 different Mustangs from me just looking at this list. That's pretty bad. There's just 13 Mustangs just chilling there. And including this one, that's 14. Those are all the 14 Mustangs that are in my garage right now, which is mental. Bit of fifth gear action. Not bad. Not bad at all. It just continuously wants to slide. Oh, careful. There you go. Save that as well. Yeah, it's kind of nice to drive. Yeah, it's kind of nice to drive. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, please subscribe. Follow me on other social medias. Links to those are down below as well. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below of any other suggestions you want to see from me. And this is probably the cleanest way I've actually done this outro. So I'm going to stop before I mess it up. Thank you again for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.